Marilonga was born in 1855 in the village of Watungere, a small village located approximately 80 km from the capital of Ende Flores Regency, East Nusa Tenggara. He was born to Longaroba, his father, and Kombakore, his mother. His father Longaroba was a great commander and guardian of the border of the Nida. Customary land association in Italy, Longaroba named his son Lebalonga. In the Endelio language, leba is the name of a type of rice vegetable that is very bitter. With this name, Longa hoped that his firstborn son would have a fierce character. As time went on, like Leba often cried and was sickly. His father Longaroba thought that something may be wrong with his son. So now one night in his sleep, Longaroba dreamed that he should change his son's name to Mari. Mari itself in the local language is a type of tree whose bark is very bitter and whose wood is also very strong. Based on this dream, Longaroba held a traditional ceremony to change his son's name from Lebalonga to Marilonga. From that moment on, Marilonga grew into a healthy and strong child. As a commander, Longaroba passed on many skills to his son, Marilonga. From the age of 4, Marilonga began to learn archery. At the age of 8, he was already accustomed to hunting in the forest with his father and the village. In addition to his ability to use arrows, sword, and spear in hunting, Longaroba also taught his own martial arts. With all of his, Marilonga became a dark young man. In his youth, Marilonga was also known as a wanderer who traveled from one end of Flores Island to the other, even reaching some nearby island. Because of this, it is not surprising that Marilonga's knowledge became increasing broad. He encountered many these in his wanderings, witnessing first than the suffering of the Flores people under Dutch colonialism. Those who resisted were beaten, kicked, and even imprisoned. Seeing all of this, Marilonga became angry and decided to fight against the dark greed in his mind. Before fighting against the Dutch colonialists, Marilonga is recorded as having been involved in several wars between tribes. At the time, the Dutch were playing the five and rule politics with the aim of breaking up the tribes in Flores. The Dutch did this so that the stake of those who wanted to challenge them would weaken. This would allow them to easily conquer their target areas with their colonial rule. The fears were carried around 2895. At the time, during his travels, Marilonga was asked to help fight against the Mego people in Maumere, together with the Maurya people. The village bordering Mego, Marilonga joined forces with the Maumere people to fight. White Marilonga helps the Mego people were defeated. Previously, the Mego people, who were quite strong at the time, were expected to win the war. The second war was against the Lande people, which occurred in 1897. In short, this war was also won by Marilonga in the peace agreement. Marilonga married girl as a sign of brotherhood. The third war was against the Londilada people. They fought against the Tukeli people, and the fifth against the Bikolawi forces. All of these were won by Marilonga. Knew of Marilonga's greatness, eventually raised the heirs of Baranuri. Baranuri was a customary leader, or what the local people called a Moselaki at the time. Baranuri was fighting against the king of Ende, who was supported by the Dutch. Again, this siding was part of the Dutch divide and rule. Politics, aware of his trick, through the Musalaki from the Baranuri saga. He asked Marilonga for help in fighting against the king of Ende and the Dutch. In short, Marilonga and his forces agreed to the request. The war took place and was won by Baranuri. This was Marilonga's first war against the Dutch. In that war, Marilonga, doctor named Nurmari, was shot in the stomach by a duck's shoulder. Fortunately, Durumari was saved and treated. The fate succeeded and surprised the Dutch. They then tried to find out the cause. Later they learned that Baranori was aided by Marilonga in the war. From the moment on, Marilonga was sold out by the Dutch. Marilonga's role in confronting the Dutch began. Next, the second time Marilonga faced the Dutch forces, the war took place in the forest. Marilonga, who played the strategy of guerrilla warfare, led the Dutch forces into the middle of the forest and attacked them. This strategy was successful, with many Dutch forces failing. Realizing this, and before more casualties on their side, the Dutch asked for negotiation. They wanted peace and promised to fulfill Marilonga's request to no longer torture the people. The Dutch also promised to make Marilonga a king. However, the Dutch broke their promise. Marilonga was not made a king, and violence against the people continued after breaking their promise. The Dutch repeated their action. They burned down the village of Levagerem as a form of provocation in an attempt to find Marilonga. Hearing this, Marilonga and forces attacked and slaughtered the Dutch soldiers. The Dutch attacked Marilonga again, this time towards Marilonga defensive, which was also his hometown of Watungere. However, unbeknownst to the Dutch, Marilonga had set a trap in the form of automatic arrows in the forest and along the road leading to the village of Watungere. Predictably, this resulted in many casualties on the Dutch side. They then retreated and coached to return to their headquarters in India. Apparently, the retreat of the Dutch forces was only temporary. They retreated only to consolidate their strength and defeat a new strategy. In 1907, under the leadership of Captain Christopher, the Dutch forces attacked Marilonga again. They attack was focused on Marilonga defensive fortress in the valley of the Watungiri. Marilonga fortress itself was built in 7 layers or section and was circular in shapes. The first section or the innermost section was made of large stones. The second section was filled with earth. The third section was planted with bamboo containing water. The fourth section was again filled with cones of earth. The fifth section was planted with trees. The sixth section was once again made of large stones. The seventh section or the outermost section was planted with bamboo whose tips had been sharpened and hacked with thorns and briars. Initially in this where the ducks continue to persuading Marilonga to surrender, but the request was rejected. His strong desire to drive out the ducks colonialists made Marilonga determined to fight. The war continued. The ducks with a larger number of troops, but Marilonga and his forces under considerable pressure. Their defensive fortress was breached by the Dutch forces. Finally, after going through several episodes of heroic warfare, Marilonga died in front of his defensive fortress. His resistance against the colonialism finally came to an end. During his lifetime, Marilonga is known to have had a wife named Nderunduki. In addition to Nderunduki, Marilonga also had several tutor spiritual healers, namely Kapimbipi, Watinduru, Vaibilo, Vetiatu, Tidu, Aruatu, and Bela Pajo. Thanks to his struggle, Marilonga name remains fragrant and is always respected, especially by the people of Ende Regency, Flores as Nusa Tenggara. To commemorate his service, Marilonga name was immortalized as the name of a street and a football stadium in the city of Ende. Marilonga Stadium is one of the grandest stadiums in East Nusa Tenggara Province. There is also a statue erected to commemorate Marilonga. This is the story of the life and strangers of the brave hero Marilonga, one of the girls of the resistance against the Dutch colonialists in Indonesia. Marilonga, the brave warrior, had a firm motto to her heart throughout his struggle. Aku Marilonga ayato podoga tuangere sua makungero watu tehe iwale weru iwanganggung ai bere iwasele this translate to I am Marilonga. I cannot be cut by a sword. I am strong like a rock. I am not afraid. I am not intimidated. The current cannot drag me away. This reflects his unwavering determination and strength in the face of adversity. Apparently, the retreat of the dark forces was only temporary. They retreat only to consolidate their strength and defeat a new strategy. In 1907, under the leadership of Captain Christopher, the Dark forces attacked Marilonga again. Their attack was focused on Marilonga defensive fortress in the valley of the Watungiri. Marilonga fortress itself was built in 7 layers or section and was circular in shapes. The first section or the innermost section was made of large stones. The second section was filled with earth. The third section was planted with bamboo containing water. The fourth section was again filled with cones of earth. The fifth section was planted with trees. The sixth section was once again made of large stones. The seventh section or the outermost section was planted with bamboo whose tips had been sharpened and hacked with thorns and briars. Initially in this where the Dutch continued to persuading Marilonga to surrender, but the request was rejected. His strong desire to drive out the Dutch colonialists made Marilonga determined to fight. The war continued the attacks, with a larger number of troops, but Marilonga and his forces under considerably pressure. Their defensive fortress was breached by the Dutch forces. Finally, after going through several episodes of heroic warfare, Marilonga died in front of his defensive fortress. His resistance against the colonialism finally came to an end. During his lifetime, Marilonga is known to have that a wife named Nderunduki. In addition to Nderunduki, Marilonga also had several tutor spiritual healers, namely Kapimbipi, Watinduru, Vaibilo, Vetiatu, Tidu, Aruatu, and Bela Pajo. Thanks to his strength, Marilonga name remains fragrant and is always respected, especially by the people of Ende Regency, Flores as Nusa Tenggara. To commemorate his service, Marilonga name was immortalized as the name of a street and a football stadium in the city of Ende. Marilonga Stadium is one of the grandest stadiums in Nusa Tenggara Province. There is also a statue erected to commemorate Marilonga. This is the story of the life and strangers of the brave hero Marilonga, one of the girls of the resistance against the Dutch colonialists in Indonesia. Marilonga, the brave warrior, had a firm motto to her heart throughout his struggle. Aku Marilonga euto podoga tuangere sua makungero watu tehe iwale weru iwanggangu ai bere iwasele this translate to I am Marilonga. I cannot be cut by a sword. I am strong like a rock. I am not afraid. I am not intimidated. The current cannot drag me away. This reflects his unwavering determination and strength in the face of adversity.